Got it.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to Content Inspire. I'm your host, Andrew Calvino. And today I have the legend and badass, Katie, aka Pineapple Princess Fit, which I never thought I'd ever be saying that on my podcast.
Right? Could you imagine Pineapple Princess Fit, the legend?
Yeah. But we've been Instagram friends for a hot minute. I've seen so much growth from you, and like ever since that you moved to Texas, it's insane. So props, and definitely introduce yourself to the listeners.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie Crimando. I go by Katie Lee on Instagram. It's just a little more fun than a full, last name situation. And my Insta tag is Pineapple Princess Fit. I am a fitness coach. I'm an online coach. I am an athlete. I am training for my first bodybuilding show in October. And I love my cat. I love sushi, my friends, my team, my sister, a solid sunset, and the state of Texas.
Okay, sweet. Well, that was a lot. Thanks for sharing that with me and the listeners. I have a feeling that this is going to be a really awesome episode. So thank you.
Dude, of course.
Thank you for sharing for who you are, your story, because I have a feeling when my listeners hear it, they're going to go after what they want. So first question your way is, what is your why?
Whew, that's a big one. And so just a heads up, Andrew did kind of prime me. He was like, hey, I start my podcast with this, so start thinking about it. But when you just said it, I got goosebumps anyway. Thinking about it, because I've been reflecting on this a lot. I'm at a very transitional stage in my life. I'm a year into this move, and I'm scaling business to a new level. I'm scaling fitness to a new level. And it's really forced me to prioritize things that matter and only matter, right? So I have to have that why really in check. And I talked about this last night on a live. Nick and I were doing a Q&A, and he was like, hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I think that's kind of like a similar question or a similar reflection. And my why, I think on a very simple level is to be a force of light so that nobody ever feels alone, right? So I think in a very simplified version of that, and then on a more complex scale, I think that my why is to give people the life that I found through fitness, right?
Yep.
So I was not always a self-loving person. As a matter of fact, I was quite opposite. I wasn't always somebody who believed I deserved the life that I'm living now. And as a matter of fact, it took me some time to adjust and really accept that the life I'm living now is the life I'm living now. I didn't always think I deserved my dreams, my fitness, any of those things. And through fitness, through this community, I found those things. Like it feels like a second chance at life. And if I could ever give that to somebody else, then I've done my
job. Wow. I got chills. So yeah, no, I understand exactly where you're coming from in regards to fitness or finding your passion, your purpose, and it does feel like a second chance. So thank you for sharing that with me and the listeners.
Yeah, of course.
So how did you get into fitness, like finding the gym and falling in love with it?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So I grew up a competitive gymnast, right? So from 4th grade till my last dying day of high school, I was a competitive gymnast. Every day after school, my dad, bless his heart, would drive me to practice at 4 and he would pick me up at 9. We would stop at he would bring me snacks. We would, stop at the vending machine. We'd stop at Taco Bell because what else is open at 9 o'clock at night? We get food. I go to bed, wake up, rinse and repeat. So growing up, I was an athlete. And, we've seen this summer with Simone Biles, how incredibly high pressure that is. I was not Simone Biles by any means, but it is a very high pressure sport. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of self-discipline. So it became kind of like mentally like who I am, just like to have something to work towards was something that was important to me. I quit gymnastics and I stopped working out altogether. Like altogether. I fell into like a pretty decent depression my first year of college. And I ended up getting a boyfriend who was equally as depressed as I am. And I apologize. And misery loves company. So we both kind of wallowed for a few years, right?
Yep.
And eventually, I was like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go.
You're
And
like, toxic.
What's that?
You were like, this is toxic. I can't do this right now.
Yeah, eventually, like, you just get sick of your own. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, you're allowed to curse. This is
you get sick of your own shit eventually, and you're like, God, like, let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying get like sick of your own shit with like mental illness. Like, that's a different animal. I mean, once you've battled that with every tool that you can, therapy, if you need medication, the support systems. I'm talking about when you're still choosing people who are bad for you. That's your own shit.
Yeah.
So once you get sick of that, which I did, I decided to start working out again in a very toxic manner. I tried the fad dieting. I tried the cardio. I cut out the carbs and I dropped weight. But I felt terrible. I felt terrible. I really, really did. Ended up dating another guy who was crazy fitness. And he was like, we're getting shredded this summer. And I was like, yeah, let's go. This is when like Instagram was on the rise and we were looking at influencers starting like Greg O, right? Put out like all the intermittent fasting stuff. So we were wildly exercising, but still, God, I was so depleted. I was eating so little, working so hard. That fell apart as well. And I switched gyms, right? I switched gyms. I got some space. Once again, still running, still just cardio. And I met a friend. He actually went to high school with me. His name was Johan. And Johan was such a turning point in my life. He was he was a pure force of drive. He would be like, why don't you lift? Why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? He said, hey, he was a power lifter. It's like, hey, have you ever seen Max Tuning? Have you ever seen Alphalete? Have you ever seen this? Have you ever seen that? And I didn't stop doing cardio, but I started watching them during my cardio. And I learned and I soaked it in, and then I fell in love. And it took years of experimenting. I feel like this was the first year that I was actually training properly. And then, of course, getting a coach was a game changer. But yeah, so I mean, I think the biggest scam that they try to sell us in fitness is that it's a straight and narrow path, right? You get on the right diet, you get on the right workout plan, and you're good to go. And if that was the truth, I probably would have been shredded back in 2016 when I was starving myself and running for hours a day. So yeah, it was a roller coaster, and I'm here now in a new extreme on prep. But yeah, but it's ever evolving. And I can genuinely say, even when I was doing things wrong, I loved it because I didn't love feeling awful, but I loved learning.
You loved learning?
Yeah, I loved learning. Like, I loved learning, and even when it didn't work, I loved learning again and fixing it. There's like purpose in the progress, in the process.
Okay, and you're getting ready for Summer Shredding Classic, right?
Yeah, I like to joke around. I say I'm summer shredding for the fall.
Summer shredding for the fall. All right. So I haven't said this out loud publicly, but I've picked the last two winners for Summer Shredding Classic, Tegan Averett and Kayla Logis, who just last won. So I'll put it out there publicly. I think that you're going to win. So
Andrew,
yeah,
knock on friggin' wood. Are you
yeah.
jinxing me on the
I'm
podcast?
not jinxing you on the podcast. I've literally said it out loud before, for Tegan and for Kayla. So at the end of the day, I'm just putting good vibes out there.
I'll manifest,
Yeah.
but I'm also grinding like a crazy man. I'm grinding. And I like have the best support system ever and the best coach ever and the best team ever. And my best friend Callie helped me with the suit. I have my shoes. My
Nice.
friend, I know my friend Gina's helping me pose. So,
Yep.
things are coming together.
Okay. And then next question your way is, let's talk about your social media journey. Because I know that you had an Instagram page that was about 15, maybe 20,000 followers.
20,000 when yeah.
But we were talking on a personal level and you were like, I don't know if I'm happy about posting the content that I'm posting anymore. You were double guessing like what you were posting because people were just, I don't know, mean
Yeah,
mental.
Andrew, and this is such a special question, honestly, because my life is really new here, and the majority of the people in my life did not know me then. They did not know blonde Katie. They did not know that
What the
Katie
fuck?
page, right? They
Yeah.
didn't know she existed.
Yeah.
And I think that the question you're asking is really it could be as simple or as intense as it, there's two different spectrums to answer,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll do my best. So I had an Instagram page and it was about 20,000 followers strong.
Yep.
Woo! And my engagement was banging. I was getting thousands of likes. The comments were glorious. The DMs were atrocious, and it was taking like
Yep.
a massive toll on my mental health. And although my page was framed in fitness, I had found myself on a slippery slope of posting more and more skin. And I found that the more skin I posted, the more likes that I got, and the more followers came in.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything kind of snowballed, right?
Yep.
And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? If you want to post, your whole body, by all means, that's beautiful. And I think that's great. I was not doing it in a way that was genuine to myself at all. And the attention that came along with it ended up being incredibly degrading and frankly a little dangerous, because people would ask like, where are you? I had people coming up to me and talking to me who I didn't like know, and it just made me like really uncomfortable. And now my page is growing and is in a frame that I'm really proud of, and it's primarily for business. I feel like at this point in my social media career, I am the product. I
Mm-hmm.
am, my team comes first, and I am a reflection of that team, right?
Yep.
So, as part of the 5280 training community, I'm a head coach. I want my clients to learn. I don't want my clients just to be like, wow, that's what she looks like. Like, I want them to get value from the content that I put out. And when somebody comes to my page, I want them to leave with something. I don't want them to just be like, wow, abs. There's 1,000 abs out there on the internet. There's 1,000, there's 1,000 women, millions of women on the internet. My body is Andrew, the least interesting thing about me. And I found that the more I made my body my identity, the worse I felt. And now that I feel like I pour who I am into my content and my journey and the value that I have inside, I am happy.
Nice. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
of
with the
course.
listeners. And yeah, listeners, what Katie said, definitely write that down. Just being your authentic self, providing value to your community, your followers? Just provide value at the end of the day.
And, and if you feel like something's wrong, it is, vibes don't lie. And you know what feels right to you and what doesn't.
Sure.
And it's never too late to turn around. I didn't deactivate my 20K account. I deleted it. I deleted it. Wiped clean. I burned it with fire. Bro, you should have sold it. Nah, dude, I'm a human being. I'm a human being and I want to work with human beings. I don't want to just be on display.
Okay. And then you did bring it up, 5280 coaching. How has that experience been working with Nick as a head coach and the whole entire community that you're building?
Yeah, absolutely. So it has been incredible so far. So there's a few questions in there. Working with Nick is great.
Okay.
Nick is
Cool.
like an incredible coach and an incredible person. So he loves his clients the exact way that I love my clients. So there's like a huge alignment with us, with what matters to us in business and coaching and what doesn't necessarily. So the way that we program is very aligned. The way that we approach people is very aligned. The way that we take care of people is very aligned. And just kind of our journeys have been pretty similar in some aspects too. And then we're both different where it matters. We're both very different people. So we bring different things to the table. But I've absolutely loved it. I mean, being part of a community is great. Like being in our Facebook group and having the support of each other. And we go live minimum 3 days a week, and to be together and to share wins and to share value and to learn from each other is just massive. We truly are building something. We're building something here, Andrew, and it's already pretty good, but I think we have something great on our hands.
Okay, sweet. That sounds like you do have something great on your hands. Nick got on my radar before I even knew that you guys collabed together and worked together and all that, because he had a clothing line, PRVN.
Yeah.
And he had sponsored a couple of friends of mine, and then boom, that's how he got on my radar. He seems like a badass, a genuine badass and cool person.
He's a genuine badass. He's a good person.
Yeah. And then next question your way. Let's talk about the Build and Burn 14-day challenge. Like, how did you guys think about that? Is that like you want to give people a taste of what it is for 5280?
Yeah, I mean, this is the first challenge that we're doing together. So I've done challenges before. Nick has done challenges before. And this is the first one where we're collabing and we're bringing value to a higher level.
Okay.
So every single day in the 14-day challenge, our challengers do have a workout plan. So if they work out from home, they have an at-home one. If they have a gym one, they have a gym one. It's kind of like built around them, and then personalized macros as well. Which is a huge thing. Like macros are like hard, that's the hardest part. Nutrition's 80%. And then the accountability of a coach. We go live daily with value. So we have all our lives planned out, from mindset to training to nutrition. It's just going to be like a really great chance for people to get like a lot of value in a very compacted amount of time, and also get a taste of what it's like to be on this team, like part of something bigger than just ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Thank you. I'll certainly link the challenge in the bio below if anybody wants to check it out and all that fun stuff when this episode drops. So how is it working out at Alphalete Gym, the atmosphere?
Unparalleled, unmatched. And if anyone tries to tell you otherwise, tell them you gotta go. It is unparalleled. It's the most inspiring place ever. And the community is just incredible. I didn't grow up being somebody who had a lot of friends. I just wasn't. It was me and my sister, and there was nothing wrong with that, right? And my best friend, Megan. But I just wasn't like and people don't believe this when I tell them this, but I just didn't hang out with people. I didn't have friends. I just wasn't social. I'd go to work out, I'd go I could spend all day there because everybody talks to each other. Everybody's kind. Everybody's doing something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got this little dream. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, it's really hot. How's your supplement company? Okay, so this. And then, okay, how's coaching? How's prep? Like, it's everybody's doing something in a large scale. You can't not be there and dream. You can't not be there and dream, and you can't not be there and scheme, right? You like see what I had a professor in college said, I was like a poetry minor, and he said, the best writers steal. And I like walk away from every person with like a little stolen motivation, right? Like a little stolen inspiration, like, it's pretty cool that they're doing that. I wonder if I did that. And like, that's kind of like, I have a lot of things that I'm doing now, a lot of things in the works behind closed doors that like I haven't even dreamed of doing. But why not? Why not? We're all doing big things here. It's not severe, it's not extreme, it's not crazy, it's the norm.
Yep.
Like if you're not dreaming, you're not playing the game.
If you're not dreaming, you're not alive. Simple as that.
No, absolutely not. Mushu, you're on camera. Just like licking things that should not be licked on camera.
All right.
Be a lady. Come on. You're representing the team here.
How was the experience modeling for the apparel brand Strength Unit?
Oh, that was so fun. That was really, really fun. So Corey and Justin are both amazing dudes. Justin's actually like killing it with coaching too right now. Nice. But they're also my neighbors.
Really?
Yeah, they're my neighbors. So it was awesome to have the opportunity to do that. And I wear my execution is everything sweatshirt daily. Like it's so comfortable and I'm all about the oversized look. But it was fun. Yeah, it was me, Corey, Justin, Alan, a few of Corey's friends from New Jersey. But it's fun. I used to do shoots for, I've done a few shoots back with the old page, Ape Athletics, etc. But I haven't really shot since I moved here. And I'm definitely way more into like coaching and bodybuilding than the modeling aspect, but it was cool to kind of get back into that.
Okay. And then is there a clothing line or apparel you want to be signed by or possibly create your own?
Possibly create my own. Maybe.
Yeah, it's not
Maybe.
like I didn't hear anything at all in the IG live yesterday when I
There aren't any samples in the mail. That's crazy, Andrew. Why would you even suggest?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if I could be signed, I would I love rider wear. Their shorts just fit me really well. Super high rise. Obviously I would be tickled pink to do anything Alphalete ever. I use Kirby's presets like every day on my pictures and tag her. So she's got to see me. She knows I exist.
She's got to see you.
Yeah, she knows I exist. But besides that, no, I mean, honestly, I'm wearing the proven leggings right now. And yeah, no, I mean, we stay tuned for that. Stay tuned.
All right, stay tuned. If you were able to get, if you were going to have a discount code with Alphalete or any brand, what would that discount code be? Would it be like pineapple? Would it be?
Straight up pineapple. Just straight up pineapple.
Okay.
Alphalete, whatever, maybe 3.0 by the time October comes. Pineapple. Use code pineapple.
Okay. And then is there a supplement brand or company you would like to represent? Because supplement brands are ingrained within the fitness industry.
They are. So I do not take any supplements at all. I drink a cup of coffee in the morning and I move on with my life. However, I just tried One Up Nutrition's avocado key lime vegan protein. Oh my God. Nick and I have been making protein ice cream out of it, like way more than we should. It's amazing. So I ordered the chocolate one too. So Oh, but then also there's the ghost Swedish fish BCAs. Honestly, if I could have joint custody between One Up and Ghost, that would be beautiful. If I had, if I could be like shared between the two, I know conflict of interest.
Major conflict of interest. But at the end of the day,
I want them to duel for me.
any company that you would sign with would be awesome and would
right.
Be, plus, at the end of the day, if you genuinely believe in the products, that's what's most important.
So. Right. And I mean, I would honestly, Andrew, don't hate me, but One Up it just agrees with me. I just love her.
That's fine. You have a brand that's right for you. Ghost is right for me. That's awesome.
All due respect. Namaste.
Namaste. And then now let's get to the fun questions. So, what is your favorite show to watch on Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu on your downtime?
So I haven't turned on my TV since I moved here in this new complex in April. I've been super busy. But I love Outer Banks. So I can't wait to watch season 2. I haven't started it yet, but when the time comes, Outer Banks is going to be the way to go.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just let me know when you start watching that one, because that one.
Okay, I will.
And then what's your favorite type of music to listen to while working out?
You know this, Andrew. I'm a pop punk kid.
You're a pop punk kid?
Yeah. Okay. So the main I've been listening a lot this prep to A Day to Remember. A lot of A Day to Remember this prep. So strangely enough, the Homesick album.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm doing that, but it gets me amped. I love the line in Homesick. He says, I'm holding on to a fairy tale. We're moving forward, but we're not there yet. Leg day banger.
Okay. What about Catastro?
Do you remember?
Yeah, I did. You're the one that was just there, boom, showed that one song, and I was like, yo, let me check it out. And then I was like, that's
honestly, they're doing pretty well. Andy and the rest of the band are touring again. But they were so fun. They used to do their shows at the Stone Pony in New Jersey, and they would invite me and my sister Chloe. And because my page, back then people thought I was somebody. So they would invite me and Chloe to the shows, and we would just, oh my God, have the time of our lives with Catastro. So yeah, I still listen to them. I've gone a little bit back into that Catastro, Soja, Revolution kind of thing, but not as much.
Okay. And then what's your favorite cheat or treat meal?
Easy, sushi.
Sushi?
It's the only thing I miss. It's literally the only thing on prep that I miss. Not even having cravings. I think about bananas sometimes, but sushi. Snow crab roll. There's a place by us called Sushi Masa. And before prep, Nick and I were gone to Sushi Masa a lot. A lot. And I would get 3 snow crab rolls and just sit there and live my best life. And that's all I want to do after prep is just go back to Sushi Masa, all you can eat, and just snow crab roll it until I can't snow crab roll it no more.
Well, once I'm done with this podcast, I'm supposed to be going to a burger place, but now I might want some fucking sushi now. Thanks.
You've been influenced.
Yes, for sure. And I just wanted to say, Katie, thank you so much for being on Content Inspire, for sharing your story, who you are. I have a feeling the listeners, this was a very, very fun episode. So
you think so?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah. And then is there anything you would like to say to the listeners before we head out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I posted my story on an Instagram Live not so long ago, earlier this week. But I think if you're watching this, if you can take anything away from this, I just hope you know that you deserve your dream. You deserve all the wild times, all the adventures, every little spark that's in your heart, it's there for a reason. And I hope you know you deserve it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And listeners, till next time.